going on? What's happening? It is your boy Lesiba Mothupi, and I'm excited that you're here back with us on this YouTube video. So today we are going to be looking at the weekly analysis. What I have here is the dollar index. You need to understand and know exactly where the dollar is going. We've got here the gold markets. Obviously, guys, you know how the gold is. It's too volatile, and at the same time, it pays very well, especially when you've mastered it and you know exactly where it's going. Then what I have is US30, Nasdaq, and as well BTCUSD. So my goal is to try to just go through each and every single instrument that I've got here. So yeah, man, let's just do this without wasting any more time. So what's going to happen is that right now I've got the dollar index. I am going to be starting off first with the dollar index, but at the same time, guys, this is what I do each and every single day, where I look at the markets and I'm able to share what I see in the markets with you. So obviously just make sure that you do like this video and at the same time subscribe to my YouTube channel. But just by going literally more deeper into the dollar index, I'm going to start off first with the 4-hour, because I highly believe on the previous videos we were able to look at the the daily market. So the daily time frame, I mean. So right now you can simply see that we've got this first touch, second touch, third touch. We eventually broke out just below here, and then now we're shooting back upwards. This is exactly what we spoke about on the previous video that we done on the weekly analysis. Just go back and rewatch it. We spoke exactly about this move. We said it's either price is going to shoot up from here, come here, and they'll go down, or it's either it's going to come retest and then go back down. And it did. In fact, a lot of people, when they saw this week, they thought that it was going to go all the way down, but instead, because of the analysis that we saw, it kept on just shooting upwards. So right now what I'm actually looking at is for a move to get to here at these levels. Let me just do this right here. And how exactly, why did I even get this? So how I got this, let me just show you. I was able to take the swing high and the swing low right on the 4-hour, and boom boom, you can see just like this. That's how we took it. Yes, and then this is the 50% level at the retracement. The first retracement was the 50%, and then we went below. Then now we're coming back up to the 88.6. That's where we're coming, and then we'll see that sell once we get there. But obviously price is not just going to get there, and then the specific ways that price moves in. So you can see right here, took out people that were selling here. They were selling, hoping for price to go down, and others were already buying here, hoping for price to go up as soon as they saw it reaching these levels. The price played a bit more. Obviously, if you bought in, you hit your stop rate below, you would have held in on the straight. But with what I'm seeing, there will be other people that are gonna obviously look to sell more when price gets here. They will sell, and others are gonna obviously be taking profits. So what the market is gonna do is that it will more likely do a sweep out. Like let's say for instance, people that are selling, yes, then it seems like it's a sell, and boom, that sweep out, and then that's when it activates us, and then we'll see it coming back down and going back down. And then someone is gonna say the market is rigged, or the market moves in specific ways. But the honest truth is that if you are able to just continuously adapt with how the market is moving, it's much more easier for you to be able to scale in, and most importantly be able to just execute those trades that are going to help you be able to scale in on the winning trades. Because right now we are looking for opportunity, but once you get that opportunity, it's a matter of what are you going to do with that opportunity. Are you going to scale, make as much money as you possibly can, or are you just going to be scared of it and don't even execute? So what does we do execute? We are executors instead, because a lot of people are just analysts and forecasts and all those things, but they're not executors. They wouldn't sit and execute in the markets. So now we were able to see the dollar index. I'm still seeing the same perspective. So obviously a shorter term buy, and then we'll start seeing as so once you get to those levels. So that's one thing that I like. Obviously, if you're finding value from this, one thing that you can do, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment below, let me know what exactly you're looking at. Let's move over to gold. Right now I am looking at gold. Boom boom boom. Yes, so this one here was amazing. This one was phenomenal. Friday we're looking for a trade here. We even shared it. I shared this exact same thing in the team, and yeah, man, it was beautiful. In fact, first in the Telegram group, it was somewhere around here. If you can go in the Telegram group, you'll be able to see what I'm saying. There was somewhere around here, and I was like, guys, this thing is gonna sell, then it's gonna buy out, and it did sell, and it started shooting upwards. Once we broke above here, then we went a bit more low, went up. I was like, once we get here, we're gonna sell, and we did get here, and then we did go a bit more low. So I wanted price to come back and retest it before we go back up, but it didn't come back. It started like shooting all the way upwards. So with gold, this is amazing. Obviously, one thing that you can do if you do not want to miss out on these gold setups that I share, is you can easily just click the very first link that you're gonna see in the description. You'll be able to notice that that link is gonna take you to our Telegram group. It's free access to the Telegram group. You'll be able to learn as I learn. You'll be able to see literally when I'm taking these trades. So yeah, man, do yourself a favor and click that link. But just now starting on the 1 hour, obviously we did say that with the USD we're gonna see it shooting a bit more up and then down, which means that if it's going up, this is gonna sell and then back up, which means that I'm seeing what I'm saying with my losses is this thing should come back down and then maybe up, because we're saying that this should go up and then from once it goes up a bit, it's gonna go down. You understand? So the only thing now, it's a matter of how exactly am I gonna find that entry, because it doesn't help you being able to spot where price is gonna go, but if you don't benefit, like what help does it have, you know? So I'm just gonna remove this. Then now I can easily see we've got this area be our first touch, second touch, and then once this is on our third touches, I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes. Boom. And on the 15, I'll be able to just find exactly where the price give us some area that is like more interesting in terms of us being able to look for buys. Because here I can see, yes, price broke above here. We broke above here. You can see here it's clear. We broke above it. Broke above, came back to retest. Still broke above here. And we still broke above here. You can see we retested here a bit and then now we're going more higher. So this here was the last break that we had in this basically you can see how price is moving. It's not moving too clear upwards because obviously it's now at all-time high, which means that now it's looking for ways whereby it can start like, you know, coming a bit more low for it to regain that momentum and shoot all the way back upwards. So for me, one thing that I'm looking for is for price to at least push. You can see this level here, but I wouldn't really be specific with this level. Let me just go a bit more low, because how I'm gonna find my entry is gonna be more on the 1 hour, but I'll show you quick. So this just before we broke here, you see this one here was tested with this candle here. We tested it and then we went a bit more upwards, came back down, I believe here. This one here also was tested right here. So this one here, yeah, perfect. This one here, this previous bearish candlestick here that was tested. This is where I'm looking for price to actually get here, and once you get here, I'll start looking at what exactly is it doing, meaning that how did we get here? You know, if we start seeing some lack of sellers once you get here, then obviously I'm gonna wait for that push upwards. You understand? Then I'll be able to take this buy all the way upwards. So it's just a matter of how is it gonna get there. So obviously for you to be more involved with, like, you know, me seeing me take this trade or when it's ready, make sure that you're in the Telegram group. First link in the description. You'll be able to literally witness everything that I'm doing here in action mode. So I'm gonna go down to as low as the 5 minutes so I can filter out every noise that's out here, and then I can focus more on what actually matters. And I can see this is the last significant candle and all the way down. So this way I'll be able to look for an entry, but obviously I'll just have to wait and see, because even to as low as this is where I can potentially even look for an entry right here. This would even make much more better sense for price to push all the way down into where price has been the cheapest. And someone would say, how? Because take this, man, higher low, higher high. Look at it. It's already within strike. It's already at the 88.6 level, which means that this is as low as price can be before it shoots back upwards. Which means if I buy it here and price chooses to go below, my stop loss is going to be this small. But if I choose to go up, it's a lot. Like, look at it. Let me just show you already. 88.6. Boom. If I sell stop loss below, look at it. It's only less. But if my target is all the way back up here, because we are looking to break those all-time highs, look at it, 5.6%. So that's what I'm looking at. I'll just obviously manage and observe as it's moving, as it's going, And then obviously guys, if you are also looking for a broker that will be able to help you more like in terms of executing at the best ordinary price that you can get, especially on gold, then the link is also in the description, because I see there's a lot of brokers out there that are like, especially when it comes to gold, the pips are a bit too much, or there's things like the spread is a bit too huge. You execute here and then your trade is placed somewhere here. So what does the fact that we are daily looking at it, and the fact that I'm even using a smaller time frame like 5 minutes, 1 minute, it means that when I enter it, I want it to literally be in profits or 0-0. I don't want to start it at a negative or anything similar to that. So obviously, if you are looking for the exact same broker that I use in order for me to trade gold profitably, then I'll make sure that the link is in the description. There's a second link that will be in the description. But just by looking at it now, we've got the US30 markets right here. So with the US30, let me see exactly what price is saying. The previous week, see what happened. We came up, we came down. Even this year, we're able to benefit from this move. We saw this move, we anticipated, we spoke about it. Where is it? Oh, this one, you look at it, boom, all the way down, all the way back up. So now here we are. Here we are, and you can see what happened. Price started shooting massively downwards. So price is showing us that, guys, I want to go down, but I'm going to start first with the 4 hour to see exactly if we've reached some sort of 4 hour low or support area on the 4 hours. So here I can see price tried to go all the way down to here at the 90%, but we didn't reach here, but we had this huge impulse downwards. So obviously price would only, what I'm seeing on the 4 hour, price is going to try to shoot upwards and then come back downwards more like this. That's already what I'm seeing with the naked eye, but I'm going to go towards where's the 16 minutes so we can confirm it. Everything, we need to build up confidence. I mean, we need to build up evidence. We need to see what we're saying if it's going to work. Okay, so just by taking to see how deep the retracement is going to be, already I can see there's a downward trend. We are now at the 61.8 level right here. Let me see, taking this from here to here. Okay, we're now at the 61.8. so if price could push a bit more till somewhere around here, because I'm looking for this to be here, and then I'm gonna go to as low as the 15, because once this is here, I'll be able to filter out all this noise. You see this noise here before price pushed upwards, I mean before it pushed downwards, I'll be able to filter it all out. And then the one thing that I'm gonna do is I'll obviously take a sell once price is here, stop losses being just here above, and then take profit is going to be all the way down back to here at the lows, so close to a 6, like 1:6 on this trade. So that's one thing that I'm looking for now. Obviously, if you're in the Telegram group, as I'm updating these trades, as you know, I'm going and evolving with them, I get to update them. So make sure that you are in there so you do not miss out on those evolvings. So one last, which is going to be the Nasdaq markets. Nasdaq, before we go over, I think with the Nasdaq it will be more similar to what we saw on US30, because you can see here, luckily we were able to break the lows. We reached the 90% rule. On the previous one, US30, we didn't, so I highly believe we're still going to come back. But during that whole drop to the downside, you could see the sellers were super aggressive to a point where they left a lot of imbalances. Like here, you can see we've got this area here, we've got this area here as well that's now being tested. So obviously I'm waiting for price to get you here at the highs, just so when we're at the highs, I'll be able to re-look for a sell. Yeah, once you get you at the highs, I'll wait for price to get there nice and clean, and then once we're in, one thing I want to do is that I'm going to be looking for a clean, beautiful, because price is going to obviously break here, and then it's breaking this, then it's going to more like look like this, and then get here, then boom, then that's when you start going all the way downwards. But that's just what I'm seeing now with the naked eye on NES 100. But now moving over to BTCUSD, guys, if you're finding value from this channel, obviously make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see most of you do like my videos, you do like them, you are commenting, you are engaging, you even told me how they are helping you and impacting you. But the one thing that you maybe forget to do is to subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe on the channel. Let's do this, guys. So now on BTCUSD, I'm gonna start off first with let me go to the daily, because this one is more of a longer term type of a thing. So on the daily, I can easily see we've got this area that was our first touch, second touch, and now here we are third touches. We had this huge spike out on Friday. During the weekend it was easy, so now we can see that we might expect a push all the way back upwards right here. You can even go to my previous analysis to see exactly why I've got that area as my targets. Okay, and here we can see we had this area that tried to take out people that were obviously buying. Stop losses were like maybe below here or just here. Okay, they didn't really reach here, so below here was trying to take them out, but eventually now we can see price was able to break above here. This was like a lower high, couldn't break the lows, now it broke the previous lower high. We're going up, so I'm gonna see price coming back here to test here, and then boom, we're gonna start seeing price go all the way upwards. So that's just more on the 4 hours perspective. Let me just go to the 1 hour to see exactly if it's the same thing. Yeah, on the 1 hour it's more like chilled. You can see price pushed upwards, now we're coming back. This is the candle that we're looking for. So right here we're looking for price to get at least at the lowest before it pushes all the way upwards, because once it does that, once it gets to the lowest, it allows us to add more positions to our buys, and the more it stacks up, guys. I mean, like the previous week, this one here, the BTCUSD was able to reach all-time high and break. I think it was the 126 level. Let me just confirm. It was able to break the 126 level. So imagine how far this thing is still gonna go. We come from this thing where it was still on 20,000, and we've been analyzing, we've been looking at it, and right now the all-time has been here, literally here, 126. So imagine how far more this thing is gonna be going. And obviously, guys, if you are not involved in the markets at this time and age, you are basically doing yourself an injustice. Strictly speaking, the markets now has been at its best, and people with the right strategies, people with the right skills are now making as much as they possibly can, because of the fact that they were able to put in the work, they were able to study when people were sleeping, they were able to just look at the charts when everyone was laughing at them. So now things like gold, things like BTCUSD, it's paying out well, and it's not late for you. I know people have fear of missing out there, but it's not late for you. The only thing that you need to do is take action. The best time to take action, if not yesterday, it is now, it is today. And you can start by taking action, obviously liking this video, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and then secondly, check out the links that are in the description. You will find the Telegram community that I'm speaking about, 100% free. You can get access to it, and at the same time you can be able to just check out the brokers that I trade with. The link is going to be in the description. I will see you on the next YouTube video. It is your boy Mothupi, and I thank you so much for watching.